welcome to Algoways. So today we are going to do a video on some MCX strategies, specifically on crude oil. These strategies have been running on Patreon for quite some time now. One of them, I can say two of them. So we'll go through each strategy, its characteristics, its risk and expectations, and the margin requirement and the period in which it can be traded. So let us get started. The first strategy is basically a directional strategy which works on crude direction through option buying. Okay, so if the direction decided by the system is bullish, it will buy the call option of ATM strike and vice versa for downside market as well. So for each entry, there is a stop loss of 3,500 rupees. Like if a CE is bought at say 300 rupees, so there will be a risk of 35 points. So if it goes to 265, it will exit and will wait for the system to enter the next trade. It could be in PE buy or it could be in CE buy. Now, since the crude is very volatile commodity and we are keeping a stop loss of 3,500 per entry, we assume that on a very worst day, we may have three consecutive unsuccessful trades. So that means we may end up losing around 10,000 rupees. So we need to keep this risk per day in mind. Now trading period for this particular strategy is for the entire day. Okay, so it will enter anytime depending upon the signal generated by the strategy after 9 a.m. till 11:30 p.m. And the margin requirement basically for buying one option in call or put, we need a margin less than around 50,000 rupees practically, but since the commodity is very volatile, the swings are very wide in the PNL during the day. We have kept a margin of 1 lakh to be kept for trading into this strategy. So let me take you through on the performance till now on this particular strategy on TradeTron. So I'll move on TradeTron for this. So this is the one I am talking about, crude intraday one through option buying. The complete description is given here. And the strategy was started on, one second, somewhere around 10th of August. So it is not completed 1 month yet. So till now, it has generated a profit of 41,000 rupees with a drawdown of 6,500, which comes to around 7%. Sharp ratio has been good. Standard deviation is pretty good. So you can see we have done a profit of 41,000. Now this profit is shown on based on the paper trading on TradeTron. Practically, the profit may not be so much because in MCX we have very little volumes and there is a liquidity issue as well. So whenever there is a practical execution of a buy option trade, there will definitely be a slippage of 3 to 4 rupees even. I have seen that practically as well. So once you start the trade and suppose the buy signal has been given at 300, it is highly likely that your execution may happen at 304 rupees. So you are starting the trade with 400 rupees straight away. Same way while exiting as well. So we can expect around 700 to 800 rupees slippage for per cycle of trade. That is buy and sell as well. So the live results will be say around 60 to 70% of what is shown by TradeTron in strategy page here. I have been running this strategy in live auto. Let me just take you through there. So this is the one. I'm running this for quite a old time, even before I made it public on TradeTron. So it has given quite a good result, 68,000 rupees in 26 counters. And there have been a day, if you see counter 15 and counter 16, that there was a loss of around 12,000 rupees in the single day. But on the same day, it covered the majority of the losses as well. That is why you can see that the drawdown has been only 6,500 till now. Okay. So, people who want to deploy low margin strategy in crude oil, they can deploy this strategy, but keep in mind that there could be a drawdown of 10,000 rupees in a day. If it is a bad day, it could be a 10,000 rupees drawdown. And also, there'll be a sizable difference between uh, the paper trade and the real trade because of the slippages in MCX. Now, strategy number two is it's again directional strategy, same uh, logic, but we'll be doing instead of say call option buying for a bullish trend, we'll be doing a put option selling for bullish trend, and vice versa. For reversal trend, we will be doing call option selling instead of put option buying. So, what is the advantage of this strategy over the option buying strategy? Of course, the advantage which this strategy enjoys is that we will have a theta decay on our side. So, the result for same directional movement for this strategy vis-a-vis the strategy number one could be around 15%. So we can get around 15% more in option selling strategy than in option buying strategy. Rest of the things remain same only. The margin requirement will be very high, 3 lakhs. Again, the strategy will be for the entire day, and of course, the maximum risk and the per trade risk is very same as in option buying strategy. Now, I have done this strategy very recently, 2 days back, and it has a bad day for the first day. And then let me see just on TradeTron. Here it is. So on first day there was a loss of 7,600, and second day yesterday it has covered some loss from that. You can see it here, 7,100 to be precise, and then 3,400 rupees gained yesterday. So till now it is in the loss of some 3,900 rupees. But this strategy is likely to perform slightly better than the option buying strategy. Of course, it comes with a higher margin. So this strategy also can be deployed if somebody is having enough margin to deploy, right? Now the third strategy is a non-directional strategy in which we are selling call and put option both at the same time. The one advantage of this strategy is that it works after 3:30 p.m. So we don't need any additional margin for this strategy. Whatever margin you are using for your NSC trades, the same margin becomes free if it is intraday trades at 3:30 p.m. The same margin can be utilized to trade this particular strategy. The strategy starts at 3:45 p.m. till MCX market close. Now the margin requirement is 5,50,000. You'll wonder why this much margin. Like in NSC, if you do Bank Nifty trade, if you sell a call option, you have to spend 1.75 lakhs. But now, if you sell the put option as well, your margin will still be same, 1.75 lakhs. But it is not the case in MCX. If your margin requirement for call option is 3 lakhs, and now after selling the call option you sell the put option as well, it will need additional margin of around 2.5 lakhs. So there will be a total margin requirement of 5.5 lakhs. In addition to this, we don't get any hedging benefit in MCX. Like if you buy the outer wings to reduce the margin, that is not possible in MCX. So that is one disadvantage. Maybe going forward when the enough volume comes and exchange becomes serious about the option trading volumes, then they may introduce the hedged benefits like in NSC and all. Now this particular strategy will sell call option and put option at ATM in at 345, and then depending upon the market, it will do the adjustment in a similar way. If you know one of our strategy in NSC AW124, it will do the adjustment in a similar way. But what happens in MCX, that even with sizable moves, very wide range moves also of 200, 300, 400 points, we get very limited number of adjustments. And it is good also because more number of trades we execute in MCX, more chances of having the higher slippages, because your slippage is dependent upon the number of trades. So it is good that we get very little adjustments in this. So the one advantage I mentioned is about the margin usage, the free margin. Now the second point in this particular strategy is that we cannot keep very high expectation and very high risk in this particular strategy. The expectation what we are having and the strategy has been giving is around 3 to 4% practically in the uh, net profit basis in live trading. Okay. Uh, so if you consider 3% also for a strategy which runs after 3:45 p.m. on a free margin, you don't need additional margin. It is a good return of 3%. It may sound very less on day-to-day basis, like 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees per day, sometimes 800 rupees per day. But if you add it, it will give you around 20,000 rupees on 5.5 lakhs, which works out to be around more than 3% and less than 4% kind of return, which is very good if you are looking for a long-term sustainable returns from the strategy. Uh, this strategy also has been running for quite some time now. Let me just take you through on trade prone statistics of this strategy. So this is the strategy number 3. It uses free margin after 3:30 p.m. All the description is mentioned here. The risk, everything is given. Now this strategy is running from August 8. Okay, 5.5 lakhs is the margin. Uh, See, it has lost only 970 rupees as a drawdown till now. It's almost 20 days, and it has given 36,200 rupees on uh, 5.5 lakhs margin. But again, as I mentioned, we have to consider the slippages, high slippages in MCX because of low volume and uh, less liquidity. So it will not be 36,200 profit till now. Practically in the account, this profit will be around 18 to 20,000 rupees. So that comes to around 3 to 4% again. So we have to consider those facts into mind and should not get very excited by seeing the trade prone statistics in terms of profit or drawdown, but we have to consider that practically in live auto environment, it could be around 60 to 70% of this profit. If that satisfies your requirement, and if you feel that by deploying the free margin after 3:30, making 3 to 4% a month is adding to your portfolio, definitely this is the strategy to deploy for. So these three are the strategies. I will put all the three strategies link in the description box of this particular video. In addition to this, if somebody wants to get the strategies customized as per their requirement of like risk per trade, uh, total risk per day, or the profit booking frequently in the strategy 3 especially, you can get in touch with Algoways and will be able to customize the strategy and give it to you to suit your requirement. That is it in this particular video. And moreover, we welcome, see, in MCX, we are doing it for the first time because of the liquidity issues. So any suggestions are welcome. We will try to incorporate the good suggestions and improve the strategies. It's a combined effort of the creator as well as the people who are looking at the strategy or deploying it for a positive feedback. So that's it, guys. I request you to please subscribe this particular channel and press the bell icon as well, because we'll be doing some more informative videos so that you can get the notification accordingly. And if you feel the content is good, you're requested to please spread the YouTube videos in your circle, family, friends who can get benefit. And I request you to please like the videos as well. That's it in this particular video. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.